The past week has been fairly interesting, and this video is really just a venting video for me to talk about my thoughts over the past week, over the past couple months, over the past half a year. About May of 2024, I quit my last job because I was really bored at my job. And looking back, I probably had it not that bad. I just thought I had it really bad. So I quit that job. I was stagnating at the job. I was not very motivated and I didn't learn that much. Anyways, I left that job and I decided to start something on my own. So I did some independent consulting. For the first 3 months, it was exciting. It was a huge struggle and I learned a lot of different things. Communication, how to conduct sales call, how to interview clients, how to deliver, how to plan the project, just all sorts of different things. And I thought, okay, this was great. And eventually I burned out and I took a break. And I also realized that the life of a consultant, of a freelancer, was probably not what I wanted. I wanted some more stability in my life so that I could try different things and not dump everything into this one area of my life and try to make it work. So around October of last year, I started going back to the job market to search for a job. And I had some interviews here and there, and the market was not that bad actually, despite everyone saying it was horrible. However, didn't land any offers, and immediately I realized, okay, this market is actually pretty difficult. Why? Well, I was able to find a job. It wasn't super easy, of course, but I was able to get multiple offers back during COVID and before COVID when I first graduated. However, this time, despite interviewing with so many different companies, I never made it through. I distinctly remember in November, late November, early January, or early December, I had 5 different interviews with 5 different companies. And I thought to myself, wow, this is it. There's no way that I'm not going to get an offer from one of these. And guess what? It happened. I got no offers. This was back then when I was still weighing my interviews. I prided myself on being pretty good at weighing it. And because I had some independent consulting experience, dealing with clients, delivering projects, I thought, okay, I could just take that skill, apply it to my interviews, and everything will be fine. But evidently, they're not fine. The market has shifted. Fast forward a little bit, I had an interview in January with a nonprofit that I thought I did really good on. I did a presentation for them. I prepared. Didn't get the offer. Then I did another interview in February for a consulting company. And that was a very tough interview. I kept getting grilled on my resume. And yeah, during the interview, I could tell, okay, this wasn't it either. Now last week, I had another interview, averaging about 1 a month, which in of itself is not very good. It's a very slow process. I thought, okay, this interview, I definitely did amazing at. What I do is I actually record every single interview and then I use AI to help me analyze the transcript, analyze all the questions that were asked of me, analyze the question I asked, and see how did I answer the questions, what could I improve on, can I figure out better stories, practice STAR formula, everything, the whole thing. The reason why I'm even doing table topics every day is to get better at interviews and get better at communication. Okay, great. Fast forward to this week. I thought I did pretty well. I didn't think too much of it because I've been through the fucking gauntlet 38 times. So I realized, okay, let's not attach any emotion here because it's probably just another dud, even though I knew that I did pretty well. So on Tuesday, I did receive an email stating that I was a very strong candidate and they would like to move forward, and here are some questions for me to answer so that they could move me forward. The questions are all logistics questions, and one of them was, what is your expected rate? This role was a contract role. It wasn't a full-time salary role, so I stated my rate that I would charge my clients during my time as an independent consultant. I didn't think it was that big of a problem, and I also thought that, okay, if they didn't want to pay that much and it was out of their budget, they would come back in and negotiate with me. So going through my brain, I typed out my answers. It was very professional, it was very prompt, and I sent it off. And now it's Friday, crickets, nothing. I can only think of one reason. They moved on with a different candidate. And this is very frustrating because in the email, the wording made it sound like I had already moved through, that these questions weren't meant to be elimination criterias. They're just meant to help them gather some more information to move me through to the next stage. However, it is becoming very evident that they're simply just messaging this out to, 89 other different candidates that they have that are around the same qualification and try to see who they can get for the least amount of money, maybe. I don't know. And this one really hurt the most because I knew I did great in the interview. They confirmed that I did great in the interview. I did exactly what they asked for, which is to provide my rate. They never talked about their salary range or anything like that. They told me to give me their rate, so I did that. And instead of getting a negotiation, a rejection, sorry, we're moving on because you demanded too much pay, thanks, we received your email, anything. Instead of any of that, they just ghosted me. And that's why I am just so done with this entire process. And it speaks volume to the market. I don't even blame them. Because think about it. If you had 89 different candidates that are about as qualified, why would you bother trying to negotiate instead of moving on to the next candidate? And that's just the reality of the market. What is the solution? The solution is I can't blame the market. There's nothing else I can blame but myself. If I was truly their best candidate, perhaps they would at least have tried to negotiate with me. But instead, we get this radio silence. On Monday, I'm going to follow up, just as a one last courtesy follow-up to see what the hell is going on. But I know the writing's on the wall. I know that they probably moved on with a different candidate, and my rate was probably too high, so high that there wasn't even any reason for them to negotiate with me, which is pretty BS because my rate is market standard, and I've been told that by my clients and recruiters alike. So there's nothing crazy about my rate. Anyways, this is just a little bit of rant. And I think really life is just difficult no matter what you want to do. No matter what you want to accomplish in life, it is fucking hard. You can go and try to do independent consulting. You can try and be a freelancer. You can start a business. You can try to work for somebody else. Everything is fucking hard. Nothing is easy in life. And today, I barely even got up. I was so depressed. I basically just slept through the whole day. In fact, I slept 12 hours through the night. I went to bed at like 10:30 and I slept until 11. Woke up, had some breakfast, had some lunch, and I went back to sleep. And now I'm finally back up doing my table topic, and I still gotta go work out. I didn't do my 4 hours of Python practice. Everything is falling apart. Just because of this investment into this interviewing process. And it's not just the time investment, it's the effort, it's the motion. I have to put in, obviously, applications, prepping for the interview, doing the interview, all of that is a given. That's fine. But the emotional investment really destroys me. Because of this garbage, I wasn't able to maintain my daily pace of 4 hours of coding practice a day. I probably did in total maybe 2 hours a day over the past week because I've constantly been distracted by the possibilities of this opportunity that's ongoing. And I think really, if I want to hammer down, get better at my communication skills, and get better at my technical skills, I need to actually, ironically, probably stop job searching, probably stop applying to jobs, and truly take maybe 6 months to a year and focus on developing the skills that I need. Thankfully, I'm still living at home, and I have a huge nest egg, so money's not an issue. But there's definitely a self-worth issue. It's like, I can't even find a shitty job. Who do I think I am now? You know, going off my own, quitting my last job, thinking that I got it all figured out, and now the market is like, oh no, you can't even get a shitty contract position. So yeah, everything's been difficult. I've had times where I just gave up. Like in December, after that 5 interview, getting no offer, I just read a novel that I wanted to read for a long time, and I just read that novel series for 30 days, and I just checked out. And I'm so close of doing that again, but I know I can't because at the end of the day, this interview process, this garbage market has nothing to do with me. And the only thing I can control is my daily actions, what I do every day. I showed up today too to do this daily topic, even though it's so difficult. And if I just keep doing that, and I imagine myself like table topic 3,650, that would be 10 years from now. My communication skill, me as a person, would be completely different. I would not be the same person as I am today. And I have to have that kind of perseverance, that kind of future. The time horizon needs to be all the way out, 5 years, 10 years. Or else everything that's flying around right now will just destroy me and I won't be able to continue. Anyways, this is obviously just a rant video, but I thought I wanted to push this out and maybe somebody would resonate with me, man. This shit is tough. The market's tough. Living is tough. Everything's tough. And I'm very grateful that I can live at home and my mom is helping me out. But despite that, it is hard to be thankful and feel gratitude. Okay, that's about it. Thank you.